Hello, hello. Right, some more King of the Ring dev today. So where we got to last time was we implemented I think the rest of the slam attack. We're doing some bug fixing. And what else was it? Oh, the sound effects, wasn't it? Of course, yeah. That was the majority of it. So, let's swap the screens over. Let's have a little double check that we've got things set up here. Doesn't look like the chat windows populating. Let's just do a test. No, why is chat not linked up? Let me just check that quickly. Stream's working both sides, so maybe the link's been refreshed or something like that. Settings, embed in stream. Copy that. That looks like it should work. No. Right. If I do. Give me a second. I think I might just have to re-implement this. So get rid of that. Add a new browser capture. Let's try that. Ah, there we go. That looks like we have chat back in again. Let's cut down some of that. And we want to make it a bit more readable, so something like that. Okay. Hey, Brave Teddy. You need a name. It's always difficult with game names. Sleeping on it didn't help then. Let's have a look. What's New World like? New World. Okay, so like a Viking fantasy kind of MMO RPG, right? Character name generator. Is this cheating? Here we go. Old Norse or Celtic? I guess Norse. It looks more like Viking. I guess, have you tried one of these or not? Do you want a male or a female name, or just random? I think to tie into your Twitch name here, you just got to take one of these names and just do like Gunborg the Brave or something like that. I feel like that would fit in well with the world, wouldn't it? I'm assuming it's like Norse Viking kind of style. Alright, let's see. Well, I think Odin's going to be taken. I don't even know how to... I don't know quite how to pronounce that. Runar the Brave could be... Or if we can find something that has something similar to Ted. Or Teddy. Oh, it's not very Viking. It's just fantasy, isn't it? Were there other fantasy human? See, anything similar to like Teddy could be good. Oh. What's Ted short for? Ted is short for what name? Is it Edward? Edward nicknames. You could just go with like Eddie the Brave or something like that. Or Ned the Brave. I'm only adding the Brave because I think most of the names without the extra bit will be taken at this point, won't they? Yeah, these feel a bit too fantasy, I would say, but I don't know. Depends how you want to play the game, really. Let's see, what does New World actually look like? Let's do a little, what's the official trailer? I don't know if this will capture the... Oh, it looks like it's capturing the audio.
The substance of legends. The pulse of adventure. The glory of triumph. Eternum is life eternal. And death incarnate.
Yeah, it just looks like any options for fantasy. If you want to be like pirates or Vikings, that they're in there, but there's also like medieval knights and all that kind of stuff. That's quite cool.
What is Eternum? The fires of destruction, rage and malice. Eternum is the truth behind nightmares. What is Eternum?
Does look quite cool.
That depends.
Oh, there's new videos on Steam as well. New on Steam. Oh no, why is it in Greek? Let's just go back to this, and then we can search for a new bod. Have a little look.
Legend speaks of an ancient place, lost to time. Brimstone Sands.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of, it's borrowing a bit from
5,000 years,
lots of mythology.
mysteries have remained hidden. Until now. This is a place where time has no meaning. And for those
So do you only have one account per one name for the whole account, or do you have to come up with a different name for each character you make, or can you only make one character? Per character per realm. So you're gonna need a load of names if you're gonna play different characters. I do think it'll be easier once you know like what classes you're gonna go for. New world character creator. That was last year. Oh, the wiki will probably tell us a bit. Oh, right. No, it's not going to tell us much there. Actions, housing, core attributes, gameplay. So do you not have classes? Attributes. Respec is until level 20. So this is just your ability scores, yeah. Do you have like skill trees and stuff like that? Ah, right, okay. So based on what you like, yeah, what stats you level up, you get different abilities, or you can use different weapons and stuff like that. Well, maybe Did any of those ideas help at all? I'm not sure that was very useful, but maybe something there sparked an idea at least. Right, so where we got to last time with King of the Ring, we put in some more sound effects. So we did a game jam a couple of weeks ago called Ludum Dare, and we've been well, I did it with one of my old housemates that I used to live with, and the theme was every 10 seconds. I'm not sure if we're going to capture sound effects on this. Unity audio. It should be, I think. Yeah, looks like it's capturing it. So yeah, the theme was every 10 seconds, and we went with a Royal Rumble type game where new enemies enter the ring every 10 seconds. And I've just been working on improving it, adding some new features, adding some new skills and stuff like that. But it's pretty basic. So you've got like a grab attack that you can grab and throw. And then you've got this slam attack that if you get it right at the peak of the slam, you get like a extra strong one. But yeah, you can play it at that link there, and it also has a link to the Game Jam version, which we made in 72 hours, in the description of that one. If you want to see how far it's come along since then. But yeah, that's basically where it is at the moment. If I go to... Let's have a look. Let me just show you the Game Jam version. So this is what we made in the 72 hours, so it's changed a fair amount from that. It's a bit easier to see which character you're playing as now. And we didn't have the slam attack, we didn't have much of a jump. And it's a little bit clustered before. So you can still do the grab, but there's no animation to it. And it was quite easy to clear the ring because it's not as many enemies spawning and the AI is not as good. So that's what we started with. And then what you saw on here is where it's got to. So we've got slightly better animations, we've got better AI for the enemies, and a little bit more juice. Like there's a little bit of camera shake whenever anyone hits the ground, and if you do the slam attack, then there's a lot more camera shake. And just the AI is better in general. But there are still some bugs, as you can see, like picking up and... I think we picked up and turned at the wrong time now, so it's like... But yeah, it's pretty decent. I feel like it's close to being at a stage where we might leave it, because I can't see it developing into like a really engaging game. Like it's fun for like 5-10 minutes, but after that I think most people will be done with it. I mean, there were some options we were looking at, which was doing like power-ups based on which cards you knock out the ring. So looking at doing like collecting poker hands worth of cards and getting different power-ups based on that. But I think while I'm deciding what the next game I want to work on is, I'm just doing a little bit more on this. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. We do have, if I show you, so it's having a little look at, wait, why is this not working? These should be different. Oh, they're not, okay. So I have to see, I thought this sprite was a different one. Well, started work on this Queen sprite, which should have looked like this actually. So we're missing this first sprite. See if I can copy that over. Oh, and then it's going to be massive, isn't it? No? Not too sure. Favorite programming language? Ooh, tricky. My base is probably JavaScript because I used to do a lot of web development stuff. But I'm coming around to C#. It's a lot more strict in the way it's formed, but obviously in Unity you have to use C#, so I've had to get used to it. Right, let me just open up something like this. There we go. Yeah, so Unity uses a lot of C#, but this will be absolutely terrible code. Don't use this as a template for anything. Because everything we did for the game jam, we didn't have time to optimize the code or even think about code structure and stuff like that. So it's very much like quite slapdash and put together. But I would suggest if you're looking into, well, do you program? Are you looking into different languages, or do you have a favorite? I'd say if anyone's looking to get into web development now, I'd highly recommend Svelte, because SvelteKit is just so good. See if I've got an example here. So it's just so much easier to think about how things are set up. No, these aren't going to be good examples, unfortunately. Do I have a template? Yeah, there's not enough here yet. But I can show you this Svelte. Yeah. Code yourself, not into game dev. First language was Java, yeah. So C# should feel a little bit more comfortable. Oh, that's cool. Programming a robot arm. Is that like a hobby project or? Yeah, Python. Python's a really good language to start with. Well, not to start with, I suppose, but C, did some university projects in C, and they were good, but going up into like C++ and C# is so much better. There's just so much more power in the languages. Nice. That's cool. No, yeah, C is good, but just the like C# being a higher level language means in less code you can do more. Like things are, there's a lot more to help you as a programmer. It depends. I suppose it depends a lot on what application you're using it for. Because with let me just turn my volume down a bit. Yeah, for things that you need to be lightweight and really highly performant and all that kind of stuff, C is better. But you need to know more about how. With C, you need to know more about like how the computer would allocate pointers and memory and all that kind of stuff. You need to know a lot more into the weeds of it, of how it all works. Use C++. I'm gonna use a library. Okay. Yeah, whereas like C++ and C#, like abstract away that fine level of detail. You don't need to really know, like, oh, if I don't assign these pointers correctly, then I could get a memory overflow and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's been a while since I've done C. They might have introduced more support into it. But I remember that being one of the issues back in uni. Right, so do we want to start with bug fixing, or do we want to start with more enemies? I feel like it would be good to get some of these controllers done properly. Oh wow, okay. I mean, it's already complicated enough, so definitely getting into the weeds of things there. A* is pathfinding, right? Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, sure. How do I... It might be filtered, so the only thing is, yeah. What's the best way to do this? If you send me a direct message on Twitch, that shouldn't filter it. I don't know. At the moment, I've got it set up so you can't send links in chat, but I can't remember where I put that setting in. Yeah, I can't see that. It just comes up as stars. But if we go here, let's have a quick look. Steam. Oh, okay, yep. Here we go. So you got a start, an end, and walls. And it navigates round. So I'm guessing the 999s are like empty spaces, and the blanks here are where your walls are. So it's figuring out that this route is getting closer. Ah, that's cool. So these are the maps for testing out. Guys, it's so long since I've done C. It's well structured. It's getting the start and end coordinates. Find the distance between nodes. And looking around at neighbours' values, yeah. And then I guess, yeah, it's rewriting to the screen the whole array to show the updated values, right? That's cool. It's a nice little project. Is it for anything in particular, or is it just something to test out your skills at sea? Nice. That's a good project to do. If you're looking for other projects though, there's a really good thing called Advent of Code, which will be starting in December. That's December the 1st. But basically, it gives you a load of puzzles. Let me... how do I go back to previous events? Here we go. So for example, this is the 2001 puzzles that you could do. And basically it gives you a storyline that you're following along. So this particular one, it's always around like Santa and the elves around Christmas. And you've got to collect 50 stars, which are like points for solving the problem. So this one, we're saying you have a sonar that sweeps the nearby floor, and you get the floor depth from the submarine. Ah, okay. Just changing the background color and re-rendering. Nice. So yeah, these are normally quite a fun event. I might do this year actually. I've done a few of them before. Just we'll just log in somewhere. Where was it? Archive. Some of it can be. Let me just sign in a second and I'll hopefully show you an example. So it normally starts out easy-ish, and then builds up. So this was 2002. I did a couple of the bits of the calendar. Well, I only did 6. I think it's at least it starts off beginner. So like each of the puzzles has 2 levels of difficulty as well. So you can go through it all just doing the 1-star puzzle. But then there's a second bit, part 2, which is slightly harder. So it works out pretty good with that. So this one from 2020 was so an issue with an expense report, and you need to find 2 entries in the expense report that sum to 2020, and then multiply the 2 numbers together to get your answer to submit. So if they give you an example, so if this was your input numbers, you could find that 1,721 plus 299 gives the sum 2020. So you multiply them together to get that. Where is... So yeah, it's not quite as simple as that. So you have to come up with a bit of code that basically runs through all the inputs, compares them against other values, sees if anything sums to 2020, and then multiply them together. But the thing is, the input is a fairly long list, so it's not too easy. But obviously the easiest way to do this is you start by sorting the list into an order, and then you only have to step through from both ends. So then you can narrow down to the sum of 2020, etc. And then what was the second one? Yeah, this was figuring out password validity based on password rules. Yeah, I definitely recommend this when it starts. I'm gonna drop that into chat. What were the other ones? There were a few other code things that I thought were quite good. This is quite good, but it's a bit more mathsy. Code Wars used to be quite good. I don't know if it's good anymore. So the project's Euler gives you lots of maths challenges to do. Really good for, well, Python is like the go-to language for this, because it's all really maths-based problems, and you want something quick and easy to iterate on. So you can see it's like not too tricky a problem, but they've got loads and loads of them. Yeah, 805 different problems, and it goes really insane on the maths side of things. This is for people who really enjoy pure maths. Like, I've got no idea what most of this is even asking. But the ones down at the start are like, yeah, these are okay. So, for Fibonacci sequences going up to 4 million, find the sum of the even value terms. Or smallest multiple. So 2520 is the smallest number that can be divided by each of the numbers from 1 to 10. What's the smallest number that's evenly divisible by all the numbers 1 to 20? So it doesn't sound as difficult as it ends up being, but it's a nice little problem to get you thinking about how computers are, well, how your code should run. But yeah, enough of those. I'm gonna see if I can start updating some stuff in this. So I think what we want to do is we want to do another new prefab. And this is going to set up a default character. So let's like duplicate one of these. We're just going to call this character. And we'll start editing it. So how are we going to want this to work? I think it'll be quite a big redesign to come up with a base character here. So I might not focus too much on this actually. Okay. I'm still tempted to. Because the problem I've got at the moment is that the sprite is all linked in. You know, it's not too bad actually. We'd have to swap in a different animator and a different sprite renderer. A little bit neater. because really we want it all lined up like this. Yeah, I'm just procrastinating now. It's, let's think, what do we want to do here? So really what we want is these animations to be a fairly default animation, but to be able to pick sprites off of a sprite sheet rather than me having to manually assign that these are the sprites. Because at the moment when we play this animation, like the idle one here, or like a slam attack, it's just picking certain frames off of a sprite sheet. So like if we stopped it here, that's frame number 5, and that's frame number 6. So if we made it can we make an animation pull frames from a sprite sheet rather than be assigned them? I suppose really what we need to do is look at some Unity sprite tutorials. Sprite animation templates? No, not templates. Unity animation. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for here. Select sprite from sprite sheet. Maybe it's a chance to look into Unity Learn again. Not quite what we're looking for here. What I want is an easy way to swap sprite sheets. Unity, swap sprite sheet. Runtime. Yes. This is more what we want to look at, I think. That's the same code, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same. Okay, so we could assign it in code. I wonder if it's a lot less efficient to do animation in code. Stuff in an array. Yes. Not sure about that. I think we might swap over to some stream elements music as well. Less horror. Unless they've got... We might have some retro synth stuff that might be useful. Let's see what this is like. think we're gonna do, yeah, I think we're gonna do some with this lot instead. Let me just double check the audio settings on that. I'm procrastinating a lot today. Can you even hear the music? Oh, it's just quiet, okay. Boost it. Let's go with that. Okay. Right, and I'm also... Oh, it's going to cover that up, isn't it? Where can we put this? Let's go up there. Let's do... Oh, can I restart that? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. We'll do 15 minutes of focus. We'll see what we can get. I'm not sure I really want to go down the route of encode timing, frame changes and stuff like that. I think I do want to try and stick with the animator. But my brain's not in a focused enough state to start diving into all of these guides and tutorials. So maybe we look for a YouTube video.
What's up, guys? Justin here with D. Notice how this is a system. So split up the particular. You can download this from a price ruler that just because the fire say red did sprite from the inside of the gray color.
We know how to do all of this stuff.
In this case, we're gonna look at the controller, something like that. So if I set it to
So the main thing we want is to make this like a template version. So yeah, we want this to pick out these animations. We want generic animations that pick the sprite based on an input sprite sheet. So how's that going to work? Is there a character animator? Script. Yeah, so these are basically oh god. These are telling Unity which sprites to look at. How long to loop them for. Yeah, I think everything in here tells Unity how to do the idle animation of the player. I don't really want to go into that either. So what's the best way of thinking about this? Can I pick default sprites? Let's see if we can have a look here. Swap sprite sheets at runtime. Runtime, Unity. God, I can't even type today. Might be think when this focus mode finishes, I'm going to stop and get a coffee. I don't want to change an individual sprite image. Now this might be... This also might be. Narrative is normally quite good. Let's just open up a few of these and then we'll do a little bit of a hopefully watch and learn. I think this as well might be pretty useful. Right, let's have a look at some of these. See if there's anything useful in the slot.
Hey everyone, Sabo here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to change the skin of your game character and apply it on every animation in real time. Let's jump into it.
Why is that so quiet for me?
As an example for this, we're going to use the main character of Sparta, the game I released a couple of days ago and is available for free on Play Store. Feel free to click on the link
I think I need to just balance out Spotify a little bit here. Right, let's boost Spotify a little bit. Let's turn it down first so you guys don't get ridiculous loud music.
description and play the game. Now, as you can see, the sprite animation consists of 10 different sprites, all together in one single sprite.
You know what, I'm just going to turn the music down a lot. We don't really need that at the moment.
Sprite sheet into the scene, a new animation will be created. You can see and adjust the speed of the animation inside of the animation window. Of Sparta, the game I released a couple of days ago and is available for free on Play Store. Feel free to click on the link in the description and play the game. Now, as you can see, the sprite animation consists of 10 different sprites, all together in one single sprite sheet. You will notice that when dragging the whole sprite sheet into the scene, a new animation will be created. You can see and adjust the speed of the animation inside of the animation window. Now, since our goal is to change the skin of our game character but keeping the same animation, we are going to create a new animation for the same game object and name it Run Blue, since the new skin will be a blue color. The only thing you need to do now is to recreate the previous animation using a new sprite sheet with another skin. Keep in mind that the speed of the animation should always be the same. In addition,
this is the thing I don't want to do.
Exactly the same thing for the golden skin, and as you can see, you can drag all sprites at the same time into the animation window. Now, with that done, the next step is to create the animation override controller, whose job is to actually override an existing animation.
Because the problem with this is my sprite sheet isn't quite so clearly cut as these sprites in these orders. Although that might be an idea to do it, is basically to add in all of the individual frames of every sprite in correct order. Okay. I feel like
with another one of our character to override it. The same steps override an
let's go back
existing
and have a quick
animation
look.
with another one. For the blue skin, we name it blue and set the controller we're going to override, which is the first controller created by our game character. You now see that all animations of our character are listed below, and we simply drag the Run Blue animation into the default running animation of our character to override it. The
okay.
same steps are followed to create the golden running animation of the character. Finally, we are ready for a little bit of coding. Create a new C# script and name it change skin. We're going to need two public animator override controller variables, one for each skin, the blue and the golden one. Next, we're going to create a public function which we're going to call from inside the game. Here we're going to get the animator component and change the runtime animator controller to our blue anim variable as a runtime animator controller type. We copy and paste the same thing for the golden skin using the gold anim variable. And that's it. This is the only code we're going to need in order to change the skin of our game character. Back in Unity, let's quickly create two buttons. These buttons will call the public functions we just created inside of our script. Now let's click on play and test the results. As soon as the game opens, you will notice that our Spartan is running with his default running animation and the default skin. Now let's click on the blue button while our character is running. And it works. Same thing for the golden skin. The great thing about changing skins like that is
this
that you
seems
can do it
this seems
while playing,
very
which
close to what we're
means
looking
that
for.
with a simple button click, your character continues his animation with another skin.
And it might be a case we just need
Hope you learned
to
something new.
go and rename all the sprites properly.
In this tutorial, we will show you how to use the animator sprite swap system to reuse animations for different characters. To begin using the animator sprite swap, you will need to have an existing animator controller asset with animation clips. For this example, we will be using a simple animator controller setup with 3 animation states. Sprites used for these animations can be found in this sliced sprite sheet. In this tutorial, we will be creating an animator reskin asset to replace these sprites with ones from another sprite sheet texture. Before we begin, let's duplicate our character first. We will use the sprite swap system on the duplicate. To create an animator reskin asset, open Tools, Animation, Reskin. Select your character's animation controller you want to create a reskin asset for. Next, click on Generate.
We don't have a tools. Okay, we don't have tools in our in our options here. Component animation, sprite skin. What's that done? Is it opening something? Have I got a new window somewhere that I've missed? Can't see anything on any of my screens. Okay, focus mode finished. Did I just enable something then, or? Oh, it's added in the game object. Bright skin. Ah, okay. Oh, root bone. What? No. No, I don't think this is what we want. Okay, so this adds components. Maybe that's not what we're looking for. Where would tools have gone to? Window? Animation? Nope. Toolkit? 2D. Sprite editor could be something. You can sing, analysis, audio. Animated parameter? Maybe animator reskin. Okay, so that's something we can potentially look at.
In the last episode, I showed you how to import, rig, and animate using IK. In this video, I'll go over the experimental sprite swap feature to truly boost your 2D development productivity. Alright, let's get sprite swapping. Head back into your sprite editor and click the skinning editor. We'll begin by adding categories for the sprites. These must be unique, but can be reused across multiple sprites. For example, we only need one head category, which can be used across both the orc and bandit. While you sit there watching me frantically type, be useful and hit the subscribe button. Now we need to assign labels to the sprites. These will be the same unit-wide. For example, I'll label all of my bandit pieces bandit and all of my orc pieces orc. Apply your changes and exit the editor. As you can see, Unity has removed all duplicates of each category, leaving just one of each. This is a bit of a weird byproduct, but it makes sense in a weird way. It would be nice if it removed the empty folders and put them in a generically named folder, but oh well. You can now click your sprites and change them using the sprite resolver. To change the sprites at runtime, create a new C# script called outfitter, or whatever tickles your pickle.
Right, let's start opening up some of the stuff. So, Unity sprite resolver might be something we're looking at. Let's put them across to the left here. So anything to the left of this Unity introduction thing. And then this one was animator reskin. Unity animator reskin. And we might need a 2022. We'll just leave the base one for the moment. Okay, so there are things to look at. This looks like it could be useful as well.
One of the child sprite resolvers. I'll set up a unit type enum and switch the current type when we press spacebar. To change the outfit, we'll loop our resolvers and change the label currently being shown to the new unit type. Take note, the unit type enum names match the category names I set earlier in the skinning editor. Attach the script to the unit and then hit play. We can now toggle between our bandit and orc labels. You'll obviously require more advanced swap logic in your game, but you get the point. But what if one of your units has an additional sprite, like a helmet for my orc? This will create a weird result when changing to a unit without that category. This can be easily fixed by checking if a label exists for the category. If not, disable the object. Fantastic! You now have an incredibly flexible 2D workflow for your game. Thank me by subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
That looks really good. What account are we on here? We are on the game dev account here. Let's stick with this. Okay, that looks like it might be something we're using.
In this tutorial, this is what we're trying to achieve. A customizable character that makes use of Unity's sprite animations using sprite sheets. This isn't just basic color changing, but changing the appearance as well. For this tutorial I have 5 different sprite sheets of hamsters. Here it's important that, for example here our idle animation, that each idle animation has the same amount of frames. In this case that's 4 frames. Next to that I made one main sprite sheet with a specific name that we'll have to check in code later. I've already laid out a scene here with our character. Also I've made a standard idle animation and set this up already. And next to that I sliced up all the sprite sheets accordingly. First of all, you want to make a new script to customize your character, of course. You can name it whatever you want, as long as it's clear to you what the script actually does. First of all, we're going to add a couple of variables which we're going to need, which is integer for the skin number. Then we're going to have variable skins. We will make a struct for this in a bit. And then of course the sprite renderer, since we're going to change the sprites. Now we will set up the struct for our skins and sprites. I'll show in the inspector what this does, just follow along. And don't forget that you have to make the struct serializable, or else it won't show up in the inspector. Then in our start function, we want to get our sprite renderer component. Next up we're going to make a function to choose the skin. I'll call this one skin choice. Basically first we're going to check if our sprite renderer component has the sprite name that contains our main sprite sheet. For my sprite sheet I've called this one hamster main. And so if it detects that the sprite is called hamster main, we're gonna change this one out for our new skin. So first of all we want to get a string sprite name from the sprite renderer component. And then we actually want to remove the letters from this and just get a number back. So I'm gonna replace the hamster main underscore here from the name of my sprite and just remove that. And now we only have a number remaining, and after that we want to turn this string into an integer since we only have a number in our string. So from our idle animation we will either get back 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4. After that we want to change our sprite from our sprite renderer actually to the skin number that we've selected. So then we're going to set our sprite to the correct skin number. So from our struct skins, we're gonna take the skin number, so you have the correct one. And then from this one, we want
This
of
is
course
kind of what we're
correct
looking for.
sprite according to the animation. Now, of course, we need to call this function. We're actually not gonna.
The thing is, we don't
function.
need to change. We don't really need to change the skin in game. I just don't want to go through and have to create new animations for all of the different characters when they should all have exactly the same sprite sheet layout. Okay, right. We're going to do a quick break here. Because I definitely need a coffee. Let's do that. And a new countdown timer. Why is that not started? We'll see. Will it restart? No. Let me just check that. Change you to reset. There we go. Right. Alright, back in a little bit. I'm going to make a coffee, have a little break, a little walk around, a little stretch. And then hopefully when we come back, we'll have a better idea of what to do. Alright, back in a bit. Right, we are back. Having a little look through. I think we've got some ideas here as well to look into. So we might have a look at the sample projects in here, in the 2D animation package from Unity. And that all looks like it's built in. And all we want to do is do animation swaps, I think. So, yeah, it's normally a case with stuff like this. It's just finding out the right terminology for the software you're using. So, finding out that this is called sprite swapping by the looks of it. So, I think we want to have a look at 2D animation. We don't want bones. I don't think we want actually sprite skin. Let's not go for that one. Let's have a look at sprite library. No. What are the packages here? 2D animation is included here. Maybe it's worth having a look at the samples. Although I hope they go into something new. Okay. Samples. Read me. Okay. We've got some scripts here. It's this fifth folder I think we're going to be looking at. Right, so all of these are using this scavenger clip. Okay, this looks like what we were looking for. Now we just got to figure out how it's done. We have a sprite library. Whatever that is. Sprite library. What are these? These are just game objects, or... So this is like a combined sprite sheet of all of the sprite sheets. I'm kind of confused about how this is working now. Right, let's have a quick look. Hero, we've got our sprite renderer uses the scavenger sprite sheet. And then we've got a sprite resolver. So now if we play, do we have different... See, this sprite resolver is the one that's cycling through. And now you've got the same entries. So there's 6 idle animations. Canvas is just the description, that's fine. An event system. So is there a script that's doing this? What happens here? So this is like a rigged model. God, I'm so confused. I kind of get what's happening, but I don't know how to set it up. That's the main issue. Part swap is just for swapping around different bits of the head, that's fine. Which you're not going to use. Full skin swap, this is kind of it, but we don't need to do this. This is what we want. We want the flipbook animation swap. Okay, so where is the documentation? How is this meant to work? Sprite swap. Flipbook animation. Which I think was what we had here. This is what we're looking to do. Right. 3 sprite library assets are used in this example. Located in sprite library. Oh, so wait, have they got a sprite sheet with all of them on? Right, okay, so they're all on the same sprite. All on the same sprite sheet. How do we make a sprite library asset? What is this? Right, TD sprite, right? Sprite library asset. Right, okay. So we look at the hero one. We've got idle and attack category. And then we select the sprites here. Let's say we wanted to add a new one, we'd select our sprite like this. And if we subtract this one, and now if we go to our hero, we apply this, sorry. And then if we select our hero and click play, we should see our sprite drop in, right? At the end of the attack? No? Did we just mess something up? Does attack 1 too? Okay, so it gets attack 1, 2, 1. So on our hero, do we not get... Attack, idle one, attack one. Why is it going to idle one? Oh, because it's called entry rather than 2, right? Can I rename this? Properties. Why is it called entry? Because of the label. Maybe? So this is King of Hearts, like 6 or something. Is there that one? What if I had a new one? Put it 2. We remove this one. Alright, we select a sprite here. Let's just say this one. Why can't we delete this one? I don't know why that's stuck now. Let's just call this 2 though. Let's see if that works. It may be looking for that in particular. So now we go to our hero. And we click play. Go on. Yes, okay, so it was due to the name. Right, we don't need these. I think those have opened accidentally. Okay, so let's go back to our scene. Where are our scenes? No, not screens. Here we go. Scenes. Game scene. Don't save. So really in our art assets, we want to create a 2D sprite library and call this like King of Hearts, right? And then this needs to have categories for each of the animations that we did before. So let's say we've got an idle animation, and then the entry 0, we would look for our King of Hearts 0. And idle 1 would be King of Hearts. 1. So we would apply that. God, I'm so confused about what's happening here. I think this is right. I think we set up. No, that's the wrong. This should be K underscore. That's the one. Right, so then we need to do a... We need to do a sprite sheet with all of the sprites on it. Which will be massive when we get to it. Right, how do we want to do this? I think first things we want to just go back to a normal save state without all of these. So I think we can go back to this. Yes. Right, this should clear out all of the samples and examples and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully. I think they're all selected. Right, let's just delete the folder then. God, we didn't even get started on doing animations. But what do we have? Do we have 27 animations? No, because this one's a repeat, isn't it? Right, let's not save any changes. I feel like we're messing around with things and I don't want them to mess up. Right, I think we've got a better idea of how this works now, but what I want to do, I think what I want to do is I want to go through and tidy up our folders so that for tomorrow we're in a better position to start. I think all of these old assets are gone. So at the moment we're unchanged, apart from maybe this sprite asset. But we can come back to that, we can get rid of that for now. So this is the old ring. No, this is the new one. This is the old ring, isn't it? Yep. Right, so you can definitely go. All of these can go. Those all look good. These are all going to be combined into one. And then HUD can go into screens. And so can the ring. And that can stay there as a demo. That's fine. So really this could all be combined into this same option. Because all these are really doing a jumping backwards and forwards. The animations should only be 1, 2. Game background has a few more, but game over has 2. Options has 2. Pause has 2. Ring has a few more. And title has 4. Right, I think those are all okay for the moment. They're all tidy. Audio, I think we need to tidy up. Cinema machine is fine. Font's fine. Player input's fine. Physical material's fine. Prefabs does need to tidy up. Scenes. Let's get rid of these test scenes. We don't need them anymore. Scripts could do with a tidy up, but I think we're going to leave them as they are for the moment. I don't think we need this scene. I'm going to get rid of it. So we can get rid of the scene folder. Right, enemy can go. Diamonds can go. That's fine. Right, let's tidy up the audio as well. So UI, we've got hover and select, that's fine. Selected, I think we should rename these to what they're actually being used for. So we need our preloader, audio listener. Right, so this is what they're all called. So this is just our music, so if we just call this, music. Boxing bell does work, that's fine. Actually, let's call this background music. So we called it background music elsewhere. And let's keep the naming convention. Background music. Right, this is going to be UI underscore hover. You're going to be UI underscore select. Right, and then our selected here, we've got to figure out what's what. So boxing bell, jump is medium bounce underscore jump. But this is just jump. Land is game kick 3. So you got land. Slam crit start is counter impact 3. Slam crit start. Slam crit land. Slam crit land. Slam land is punch 12. Slam land. Grab is swing 2. Grab fail is kick 10. Grab success is bounce jump 40. Throw 50. Ring out. Ring out. Game over. Here I have a... Okay, those have all been renamed. Unused. You can all go. Don't need that. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the old music. Okay. So they can be deleted. And potential, none of these we ended up using, so all of those can go. Now the only thing is these character animations. I don't think any of these are used now. Do we take the risk? I think we take the risk. We're going to select all of these. We're going to delete them and see if the game still runs. I'm fairly sure they're all gone. And we don't use any of them. But let's double check. Right, no errors so far. That seems okay. Yeah, that all seems okay. I do want a like taunt button or like celebrate. And also a little animation for when you land on the floor, rather than the little pixels that are attached to the character. I think it would be better to spawn like a little dust cloud around where you jumped. And then we need high score as well. Right, let's start making some notes around this. Progress. Right, we want to do mobile controls. We want to do all this stuff. Dust cloud animations when jumping and landing. Crit effect animation. What else? High score. I was intending to stop development on this because I thought it got to a stable point and we weren't sure if we we're going to continue. But I think I'll do one more week's worth and see how it gets. Because really what we would want to do is also look into like achievements. Progress. Rewards. Okay, let's submit this because then we're getting rid of all of these unused assets. Removing unused code / assets. Checking that. And let's put all of these in the layer above. Because they're no longer new prefabs. And in here, we want to make a new prefab. Put these all in here, unload this, unload this. And let's make a new character prefab. Right, I think what we want on each character is to have like a generic variable set of like how, like the character's speed, the character's strength, and the character's weight. And from that information, we then set like jump power, throw height, throw distance, this kind of stuff. How do we want to do this properly? I'm wondering if it's worth getting out like a sketchpad option. maybe let's think about it here, and we just say default, no, template character prefab, and we're currently doing that. Right, how is this going to work? This is going to have a sprites library to select sprite from, or sprites from. We need to do it in this section. We need parameter configurator. That's such a weird way of saying it, but configuration. Game object. And this will have things like speed, strength, weight, which will drive our jump power / throw distance. So with this will be jump power / throw strength. And this will affect our movement speed, obviously. And maybe the action frequency. Now really, considering we've got four different suits, and we've got 5 different characters. So I would quite like the suits to have different variations of ability. Suits stats, let's say. So diamonds, clubs, hearts, and spades. Right, so I feel like clubs should be like a heavyweight slow. Heavy, slow, and strong. Diamonds, let's do opposite basically. So light, quick, but weak. And then these need to be some variant of that. So spades, let's have as see, heavy and strong are both benefits. So although heavy means your jump isn't as high, which means your slams are weaker. So I suppose this combination is quick, light, and strong. We'll collect. Which leaves this combination to be, what haven't we done? need 2 heavies. Slow and weak. That doesn't seem right. Okay, we've got 2 lights, we've got 2 quicks, we've got 2 strongs, 2 heavies and 2 slows. We've got 2 of each. Right, so what's the strength? What's the pros and cons here? Pros are fast. Good throw attacks. And cons, we've got can be thrown far or easily. Weak to slams and weak medium slam attacks. Middles, pros, cons, and balanced. Let's go with that. Slam attacks. Because we're light but strong, so we can do higher jumps. But because we don't have the weights to enforce it, I suppose this is a higher jump. Right, let's do the same here. So, heavy, slow. So, con is slow. Heavy and weak. So, weak throws. Heavy and weak. This should be weak slams as well. And small jumps, low jumps. Pros is sturdy. Hard to throw. That doesn't seem balanced. I think that's it on those. Let's save that for the moment. Let's have a look at what these ones are. And we'll see if it balances it out. Let's just add these in at the moment. Might come up with different notes. So, heavy, slow, and strong. These are too similar. And spades is too similar. Because this only has one difference between these two. Between these two, they're all different, right? But we can't be light, slow, and weak. You could do heavy, quick, weak. Into it. Heavy, quick, weak. So this would then be slow. Light, slow, and strong. Heavy, quick, and weak. These are inverses of each other. Slow and strong, slow and strong. Right, so we've got weight, we've got speed, and we've got strength. So how many different combinations? We've got 3 bits, so we've got 8 combinations, right? I'm just going to write this out on a notepad and just see what we've got. Let's say you've got 2 points to spend in. We only get 3 different combinations there. So what we're missing is the balance in the middle. That's what we got to do. So let's say that having a high value of these is good, right? We don't want to be light because that means we can get knocked around easier. We don't want to be slow because that means people can move away and dodge out the way easier. And we don't want to be weak because that means our attacks are rubbish. So what we're going to say is each of 3 suits have 2 strong and 1 weak. And then the 4th suit is a balance between all of them. So clubs is the one that we wanted to be heavy, right? So heavy and strong and slow, that's fine. We're quite happy with that setup. And I think what we're going to do is our jump strength can be linked just to the strength of the character, rather than what we were saying before. So what's going to be our balance character? So we've got heavy, strong, and slow is clubs. So who's going to be heavy and quick? Heavy and quick. Well, we've got its heart here. I think heart should be quick and strong. Let's do light, quick, and strong. Do we want diamonds or spades to be balanced? What's the one that we've got left? So light, quick, and strong is hearts. So we've got heavy, quick, or balanced. Let's make spades heavy, quick. Heavy, quick, but weak. And then diamonds is going to be medium, medium, medium. And then we can tweak the values a little bit to make them more balanced. Right, so what we're going to do here is say weight is not based on jump power, but weight should influence slam strength and the distance that we can be thrown. So if you've got, there should be 2 benefits, right? But you only really use 1 benefit. But everyone's got a combination of 2 attributes, so that's fine. And then I suppose each of the characters should also have slightly different attributes. Maybe we bring this in as well. Not sure yet. So we've not really achieved much today, but we have learned a bit about how we might be doing this sprite library. Don't need that error. Right. I don't feel like we've been too productive today, but I think I'm going to be wrapping up the stream there. Mainly because I don't feel like I'm making a lot of progress at the moment. I feel like it would be better to go off and do some planning for tomorrow's stream. Make a bit more sense, I think. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna say, where's our end group? Is that? We want that. We want that. We want that. 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 So I'm going to copy all of those onto here. Yeah, I think let's just go for this. Okay, yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream there. We've got a better idea of what we're going to be doing tomorrow with this. I think tomorrow I'm going to jump straight into doing this knockout animation, which is when a character is knocked out of the ring, we'll do some flash or something like that. Maybe looking at doing some cloud animations and that kind of stuff. Crit effect could be good. And some flashes in the background, that might be a good way to move on. And I think that will tidy up all the juice options that we need to cover. So I think that's what we're going to go for tomorrow. This evening, going to be doing another gaming stream. Don't know yet what we've decided on, but probably a little bit of Dead by Daylight, a bit more Dome Keeper, maybe some other horror game, or maybe a bit of Pokemon. I'm looking to start a Pokemon Kaizo run, which is like a randomizer, which seems quite fun, a bit of a challenge. So we might be looking at something like that. And that will be at 9 o'clock this evening, so in about 4 hours time. So just want to say thanks everyone who's dropped by and lurked and chatted. Hope it's been interesting, although didn't really manage to make a lot of progress here, so hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little bit more what's the term? Successful, let's say. But yeah, hopefully see some people later on, and have a good day if not, or have a good week if I don't see you. Cheers and bye.